Hey guys, so today let's talk about blush, and I guess this is going to become a series because I've already released let's talk about concealer and let's talk about bronzer, and I'll go ahead and link those above. Before we jump into the video, if you enjoy this video, like my video. If you enjoy my channel, subscribe to my channel. Also, you guys can follow me on any social media at Danielsvibe on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So with blush, you always want to have options. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having, sometimes when I first started blush, I always was like, oh, I have to, to get a natural blush type of look, I have to get something that's, closer to like a red or a pink. But don't be shy. You can wear any type of blush you like and make it look natural, just as long as you're not over applying, and you blend it out perfectly. You can even use a purple blush. So I'm just gonna go over some blushes that I have. So for during the day, I typically like to wear something a little bit more bright. That's when I'm a little bit more playful when it comes to blush. Okay, so here we have the Chanel Beige in Deep Apricot. As you see, it's a really nice orangey color. I love using this all over the face. It just gives such a beautiful finish. I'll also be linking a video up below so you guys can see how this looks on my skin. And here we have the shade Poppy, and this is in the Saie blush. This is just beautiful, looks beautiful during the day. You obviously want to go very light-handed because it is very pigmented, but it's a beautiful shade. All right, and here we have the Perez in the shade Harmony. Again, it's a beautiful, soft, caramelly pink. Looks gorgeous on the skin. One of my favorite blushes. I wore this one constantly. And here we have the Nars Air Matte Blush in GASP. And as you can see, it's more of a brownie, pinkish type of shade. So as you see, we go from like really bright, more bright, then we're toning it down. And so these would be the shades that I would wear during the day. So to just give a natural type of blush. And if you want to play with color, these would be some of the colors that I would use during the day. Now we're gonna go into the blush shades that I would wear more at night. And this is the Saie blush in Chili. As you can see, it's a mauve cool tone, which looks beautiful at night. Really love this shade. It's one of my favorites. So here we have the Westman Atelier in, oh, and I forgot to name the shade. It's Bichette. It's a beautiful brick red. It just looks really nice. It's the perfect natural red. I would love wearing this at night. Okay, so now that we got down what type of blush shades you would wear during the day for a natural look, which would be these bright ones here, and then an evening type of blush shade, which would be these two right here. Now we're just gonna jump into application, and I'm gonna be wearing more of a day type of blush because it is summer, so that's the type of look that I want to go for. So I was debating on which shade to go for this video. I could either go for something safe, which would be the Carrot, the Perez in the shade Harmony. I mean, this is very natural. Or I can show you guys how to not be scared of such a bright shade when it comes to a blush, and use this one, which is the Saie blush in Poppy. So let's go ahead and do this one. I want to show you guys why you shouldn't be afraid of any shade when it comes to a blush. You can always make it work as long as it's not like a yellow or a green. Yeah. So my number one rule when it comes to applying anything, it's always, if you don't want to over apply and get the most natural look, it's always applying it on the palm of your hand. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and then just going ahead and mixing it with your finger. And this is gonna be your palette. And then just wipe off any excess from the finger. And now we're gonna go into application. And actually, let me go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, I hope that's better and you guys can get a better look of how I apply blush. So when it comes to blush application, I know what you guys have always heard is applying it on the apples of the cheeks. Well, I'm here to tell you, stop doing that. If you want a natural type of look. Nothing wrong with going for, I have nothing against, full beat of face or just wearing regular makeup. But if you want the most natural type of look of makeup, which is what I love, this is how you would want to apply it. And so the way I apply blush is I apply it everywhere. I have really no rules. So I'll typically start off on applying some on the high points of my face, on this side of my face. And so I'll apply it with one finger and then I'll blend it with a clean finger to just get a nice blend. And I hope you guys can start seeing the blush. And now we're gonna also apply some on the lids. We're gonna go ahead and apply some on the forehead. You also want to apply some on the ears. Always don't forget to apply blush on your ears. And the reason why I'm applying blush everywhere is because guess what? You don't just blush on the apples of your cheeks. You blush everywhere. Well, most people do, you know? And that's how you're going to get the most natural type of blush look. Then you also want to grab some and apply some on your neck. And see, this tricks the eye of whoever's looking at you. If obviously they just see, sorry, that was a motorcycle. So what this is gonna do is trick the eye of the person who's looking at you. If they're seeing, if they're not just focusing, let's say if you just apply on the apples of your cheeks and they're like, the blush is precisely placed on the apples of the cheeks, it's like, okay, that's like the most right away giveaway that you're wearing blush. They're like, okay, they obviously placed a blush color right on the apples of the cheeks very precisely. So that already gives it away. Now, if they're looking at you and they're seeing, you know, a little bit of peachiness on your cheeks, on your eyelids, on the forehead, on the ears, there it's just like, oh, okay, like the blush is coming from within, you know? And that's the type of finish you want. And so now that I've applied some blush on the high points of my face on this side, when I switch to this side of the face, I'm not going to apply it on the high points of my cheeks like how I did on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and apply it right on the middle right here. And then blend it. And then as well apply some on the eyelids, on the forehead, and then some on the nose as well. And on the nose, that's where if I'm wearing blush during the day, that's where I don't mind applying the most blush. It just, you can apply as much as you want. I mean, not look like a clown, but it will look natural, you know, because that's where you typically either get, you know, sunburn, or that's where I blush. So the most is on my nose, and it just gives the most natural look. You also want to apply some on the neck. And then again, don't forget the other ear. And now that we've applied the blush everywhere, now we're going to assess this situation. And now we're going to look at our face and be like, well, do I want more blush? And yes, I want more blush. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more here on the high points, here in the middle, here on the nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it with a clean finger. All right, so now I'm satisfied with how much blush I've applied to my face. So then now what I'm going to do to make sure that the blush is not too intense and that it blends seamlessly to the face, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a clean brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab this e.l.f. This is the Complexion Dual. I'm sure you guys know a lot or seen this brush a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend the blush on my skin just so I can get the most perfect blend. And I just get the most soft focus finish when it comes to the blush. I'm gonna blend everywhere that I applied the blush. I wanna blend. And it doesn't matter, you could be pretty heavy handed when it comes to blending your blush. That way, you know, again, you just get the most natural blend. And there, I'm satisfied with where I applied the blush and how I blended the blush. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you guys can get a better look of my blush application. All right, so here is the final look when it comes to applying blush the most natural way. And as you guys can see, this was the shade that we applied on my face. And it doesn't look like, I don't look like a clown, or it doesn't look like I'm fake blushing or whatnot. It looks very natural. It looks very skin-like. I have a very soft focus blush on my face. And I just love the finished look. It looks really good. It looks very fresh, healthy. And again, it's all over the face. And this again tricks the eye of whoever's seeing you into thinking that this is just how you blush from within. And again, don't be shy of what shade to use. You just need to know what time during the day to use a certain shade, and then also how to blend it perfectly, and how to don't be so precise when it comes to your blush. That's the number one thing that's gonna give it away. Go ahead and zoom you guys in because you guys are way too much into my personal space right now. So that's the final look. I hope this was helpful to anybody out there. Take these tips and tricks that I'm giving you for what they are. Tips and tricks coming from not a makeup artist, but a makeup beauty lover. It's just things that I've learned throughout the years of wearing makeup and techniques that work on me, and I just want to share it with you guys. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me, let me know. Comment down below. If maybe you think I can do my application a little bit more different, I'm always open to learning new techniques, new tips and tricks when it comes to applying makeup. So feel free to comment down below. But that's it for this video. I was very excited to release this video. You guys have me here looking like a crazy person. I hope these don't stain because I'm gonna have to go to work tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, like my video. If you guys enjoy my channel, subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any questions on anything, comment down below. I'll also be linking everything I used today in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on any social media at Danielsvibe, on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm done with you guys. Bye. Why do I feel like I ran a marathon?